It's 1876 and the ink is drying on Treaty 6, but the fate of many First Nations groups has already been sealed. The many years of peaceful winds that flowed across the prairies had disappeared with the bison, and the smell of death has transcended the grasslands and has entered the communities of First Nations and settlers alike. As the dire situation on the prairies got even worse, the treaty becomes the only viable option, a desperate last option. It is only a matter of time until death engulfs the native population, creating an even bigger divide in an already degrading ecosystem. Stories like these played out all across the prairies in the late 1800s, as many number treaties were signed in an effort to free land for the settlers. By the end of the 19th century, the First Nations people were basically at the mercy of the Canadian government. From ravaging smallpox to the reliance on the environment that was rapidly degrading due to settlers' influence, when it came time to sign the treaties, the First Nations people were once again only in a position to lose. And lose they did. Residential schools are just one example of how these treaties ruined the lives of a large number of Indigenous peoples. The lasting repercussions can be seen today in everyday life, as many Indigenous communities still struggle from the cultural genocide of many years ago. As we live our lives, we must be mindful of our past and how these power dynamics can totally destroy relationships and shape the future of many groups of people.